Yeah, so I would say this whole ag tech aspect has changed maybe the way we've done farming pretty dramatically in the last 5 years, even though I know projects have been being worked on for the past 20. And I think we're just starting to begin to hit the tipping point of the impacts of technology coming back into the field. Traditionally, I think almond or specialty crop farmers have relied on soil moisture sensors and a variety of dashboards to provide that information. But now we're starting to see other tools to provide a plant growth response input into that system. So if we were to back up on that, let's just talk irrigation first system. We have the environmental impact, we have the soil water holding capacity, and we have the plant need. You know, we've been able to estimate water holding or water use by calculating ETO through weather stations and other types of available information, public weather stations in California. We've had soil moisture sensors to tell us a rough estimate of how much water is in the ground. But outside of the pressure chamber, we lacked the ability to get that plant response. And now we're starting to see the implementation of automated systems such as dendrometers or aerial imagery to give us an idea of what these plants are feeling. Now, when we turn it over to operations, this is a whole nother area. So we have kind of this plant response, and now we have operations. We're seeing autonomous rigs, which I think will change the way we look at pesticide applications in the field. To me, it's a long time coming. These orchards are set up in perfect A-B lines. To get something in there that can track itself in the orchard, can reduce the pesticide risk of the person applying, can allow the rig to move at a slower speed to get better coverage, which then reduces your damage from the insect. So I think there's multiple levels of return that we'll see with autonomous spray rigs, and then turn that into, let's say, micro robots or a micro fleet of robots that are able to do leak detection and weeding of problematic weeds that are herbicide resistant. You know, there's a lot of potential, I think, in these fields, in these perennial crop fields, to see this recent interest and boom in ag tech pay dividends in specialty crops. I think the almond industry likes to think it's a big deal. I mean, and it is. It's 1 million acres in California, which is just over 400,000 hectares, but it's just 400,000 hectares. There's how many millions of acres of corn, wheat, and soybean across the United States and Brazil and Australia and Europe and Ukraine. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And so when you're looking at the amount of investment into these ag tech solutions, you know, those are the ones that had the widest scale of use. And so they were the first ones to focus on.